My name is Melvin Robinson, and the presentation that I will be presenting today is called Scheduling. Scheduling. What is scheduling? Scheduling pertains to establishing the timing of the use of specific resources of that organization. Scheduling occurs in every organization regardless of the nature of its activities. Scheduling in high volume systems. High volume systems are characterized by standardized equipment and activities that provide identical or highly similar operations on customers or products as they pass through the system. High volume systems where jobs follow the same sequence are often required to as a flow system. Scheduling in these systems is referred to as flow chart scheduling. How can I determine the success of a high volume system? To determine the success of such a system, you must use the following factors: process and product design, preventive maintenance, rapid repair when breakdown occurs, optimal product mixes, minimization of quality problems, reliability, and timing of supplies. Scheduling and low volume systems. The characteristics of low volume systems are considerably different from those of high and intermediate volume systems. Job shop scheduling is fairly complex for scheduling for low volume systems with many variations and requirements. What are the scheduling needs in job shop? Job shop processing gives rise to two basic issues for schedulers: how to distribute the workload among work centers and what job processing sequence to use. Loading refers to the assignment of the job to processing centers. Gantt charts are used as visual aids for loading and scheduling purposes. What is the purpose of a Gantt chart? The purpose of a Gantt chart is to organize and visually display the actual or intended use of resources in a time framework. Two of the most commonly used Gantt charts are the load chart and the schedule chart. A load chart is a Gantt chart that shows the loading and idle time for a group of machines or list of departments. What are the two approaches to load work? Infinity loading and finite loading are the two different approaches to load work centers. Infinity loading assigns jobs to work center without regard to the capacity of the work center. Finite loading projects actual job starting and stopping times at each work center, taking into account the capacity of each work center and the processing times of jobs so that the capacity is not exceeded. What are the two general approaches to scheduling? There are two general approaches to scheduling: forward scheduling and backward scheduling. Forward scheduling means scheduling ahead from a point in time. Forward scheduling is used if the issue is how long will it take to complete this job. Backward scheduling means scheduling back from a due date. Backward scheduling is used if the issue is when is the last that the job can be started and still be completed by the due date. What do managers often rely on to manage workflow? Managers often rely on input-output reports to manage workflow. Input-output control refers to monitoring the workflow and queue lengths at work centers. The purpose of I/O control is to manage workflow so that queues and waiting times are kept under control. Without input-output control, demand may exceed processing capacity, causing the overload at a center. Sequencing. Sequencing determines the order in which jobs at a work center will be processed. Sequencing decisions determine both the order in which jobs are processed at various work centers and the order in which jobs are processed at individual workstations within the work center. How are jobs sequenced? Jobs are sequenced with the use of priority rules and job time. Priority rules are simple heuristics used to select the order in which jobs will be processed. Job time usually includes step-up processing times. How can priority rules be classified? The priority rules can be classified as either local or global. Local priority rules take into account information pertaining only to a single workstation. Global priority rules take into account information pertaining to multiple workstations. Sequence and performance measures. The effectiveness of any given sequence is frequently judged in terms of one or more performance measures. The most frequently used performance measures follow: job flow time, job lateness, make span, average number of jobs. How can I minimize scheduling difficulties? There are a number of actions managers can consider to minimize scheduling problems: setting realistic due dates, focusing on bottleneck operations, considering lot splitting for large jobs. And here is my works cited page.